3, 2, 1. DJ, run that back. Welcome aboard, welcome in, much love. I hope you're doing fucking fucktastic, amazing. Trav here, and we're gonna be playing some Magic daily. I'm not missing a day, bruh. I'm not missing a day. Consistency, the power of consistency. We grow together. Playing against a total noob, but I just jumped into the constructed modern queue, so maybe we get beat, maybe we beat, maybe we get beat. What are we playing today? Negative life combo. I bet you it's going to be slow. It looks like we've got a new opponent. Negative life combo. So the way this deck works, is we use something like Angel's Grace so we can't lose. Spoils the Vault so we lose a bunch of life. Death Shadow, either attack or fling it at them. So, for instance, we could go Angel's Grace, Spoils, Death Shadow, 1, 2, 3, and then we just need a couple more mana to fling it at them. We don't need a second Angel's Grace, so I'm going to ship that, pass the turn, probably start using Molten Slag Heap to charge mana, and then I believe on the probably on the fourth turn, we can combo off. Yeah, we can tell the opponent's a noob because they have 75 cards and they don't know about F6. Not knowing about F6 is the key mark of a noob on Magic Online. So I need to make a video about this, Magic Online for noobs. F6 is a way to save time for you and your opponent. Time is the most valuable resource. What the F6 key does is it basically skips through priority. You don't have any kind of time control. Yoked Ox. Opponent, I feel bad, is in the wrong place also. Should not be in the competitive 2-player queue. Shrink this down. What else is going on? So the weather has turned. As you can see, it's cold as it's not cold as fuck. We don't really have seasons here. I was at open mic the other day and some poet went up and talked about how they had seasonal affective disorder that was coming. It's like, I mean, on one hand it's like I feel you, on the other hand it's like we don't really have winter here, you know. It drops from 60 degrees to 50 degrees. Like, if you're in somewhere that actually had winter, then that would suck for you. But for me, you know, it is a real thing. It is a real change. What you're gonna expect to see from me probably is more of these overcast skies. Probably more of me having cold ass hands. The lighting's not gonna look as good, and my hair is gonna be down. That's the key to having long hair, is your hair is down. By the way, another reason for long hair, if you didn't know, is it it's hard to explain, but it provides like another sense of touch in the environment. We have more than 5 senses confirmed by science. We have lots. It's just hard to explain a lot of them. For instance, here's a sense that people forget about. Close your eyes and put out your finger, and then put your finger onto your nose. That's proprioception, is that sense. Proprioception is the sense of your body in space. Nice. I think we have a kill next turn. I believe so. We're going to have 5 mana, and we can go Angel's Grace, Spoils, maybe we do. The safest thing would be to wait one more turn. Thoughtseize. Yeah, and Thoughtseize, I'll take the Thoughtseize. Probably wait one more turn so that we can make sure to use spoils an extra spoils to exile our whole deck. Just to be safe. Just to be safe on the next turn. Throw down a Thoughtseize. Chaplain's Blessing, you gain 5 life. Hey man, I tried to have a competitive match. I'm not discriminating. Other things that's going on. People are asking, yo bro, are you really going to blend the Black Lotus? My friends don't think it's going to happen. It is. It was supposed to happen today, but I slept in late and it didn't get done. It will happen. Believe that Black Lotus is getting blended. Believe that. Believe that. Y'all can believe that. What else? I spent an hour in the ocean yesterday. It was amazing. Enshrouding Mist. Prevent all damage to the belt 2 at this turn. None of these do anything. Whatever. And next turn, we're going to have more than enough mana to fully combo off. Could have gone for it earlier. Like, this deck can win. The more pressure the opponent puts on us, the more we can win, because we can do things like throw down Death Shadow early. Other stuff going on. Plan for Hawaii has changed. I'm probably going to stay on Honolulu for for 2 weeks. I don't think I'm going to go to another island. Not only does it raise the cost, but it raises the travel time, and you get diminishing returns, or rather, you get increasing returns for being in a place for a longer time when traveling. Is my feeling. Like spending a week in a place is not as good as 2 weeks in a place. So that's my game plan. How much mana do we have? A lot, I think. Make some black mana, pay 1. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a lot of mana. I'm going to Thoughtseize once again. Take a look at the deck list. We're supposed to grab a Flaying, I think. A Rite of Consumption. Enshrouding Mist. Okay. White mana. Angel's Grace. We cannot lose the game this turn, even if we go to a deep, deep negative life total. So we can Spoils for Rite of Consumption or Fling, and then Spoils for Ancient Silverback, Harambe, not in our deck, and then play the Death Shadow and fling it at the opponent. Opponent is definitely reading this card, because that's split second, they can't respond, so they are deep in the tank here. And Spoils of the Vault. Do you want Fling or Rite of Consumption? I definitely prefer Rite of Consumption. I think I'm going to go for Fling, though, because it increases the chance of saving us time. Fling. Like if we go to negative, yeah. So we just saved time. Time's super valuable. Why did it save us time? Because we went to negative 31. 13 minus negative 31 is 44. Fling you for 44. Otherwise, we would have had to cast another spell. That's why City of Brass is better than Mana Confluence. Because you cannot pay life you don't have. Bang! Turn 5, I know it's a bit slow, but we had 2 discard spells. And the faster the opponent was, the faster we could have been. Because it's a race to the bottom with this deck. GG noob. What else is going on? I feel like I had a lot more to talk about. Books. Oh yeah, book review. Touch. Oh yeah, let's talk about touch. So y'all know that I've been studying social everything, social interactions, friends, family, romance. We're social beings. I want to be a social master. I don't consider it a weakness, but I want to be a master at all things social. And that's not, there's different connotations of that. But if you think about it, humans are social people. I put social wealth at or near the top of the wealth pyramid. Social, again, community, family, friends, relationships. And I put health up there, and then lifestyle and is below that probably, is maybe up there. And wealth is just a key. Money is just a key to those. Is just a shortcut to those things. I think I'm going to side in one Wear Tear just in case they have like a way to beat us. We don't need Scout's Warning. I don't expect anything. Another land so we don't get mana screwed. And I've been reading these books on it. Man, books on social. If you think like being a bookworm isn't going to help you socially, think again. Really, it's insanity. Some of the stuff that I'm reading, it's like immediately, well, I didn't realize I was doing that. I've got a big stack of books I need to pick up right now, but some of the books I've been reading, Maslow's A Theory of Human Motivation. You might be familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Highly recommend that. Understand why humans want what they want. Evolutionary Psychology, textbook, super good. got this book on called The Charisma Myth that I just started reading. I have like, if you go to my book list, freelivinggoals.com/books, you'll see categories of different things, and a bunch of there is social. So, um, this some of the new stuff is not on there because I like to read it before I recommend it. A lot of the books I read I don't recommend because they're not that good. This book in The Charisma Myth. I want to talk about touch though, because if you didn't know, and I learned this traveling a little bit, uh, Western U.S., Northwest, that's kind of a good draw. Uh, the West is low touch, it's Puritan heritage. You look at, there's studies of like two friends getting lunch in the United States might touch like 2-3 times, like once at the beginning and once at the end. In France, it's like 100. And that'd been my experience in Spain as well. It's like, wow, people are so touchy. The greeting, standard greeting is cheek to cheek kiss, male to female. You know, you're just touching, and it's comfortable. And all the science says it's healthier and it's better. All the science says it's healthier and it's better. That touch in general just releases all sorts of oxytocin, various good things. It makes you feel it's good for health. And people aren't getting enough touch, especially men, because men in current culture are assumed to be predators, and there's also some kind of weird like homophobia that men have of like not wanting to touch each other, which is unique to U.S. culture. If you're in like South America, or you're in Southern Europe, or you're in, I don't know about the Mideast. I don't know about Japan. I was hearing Korea male culture is like super touchy. And I've had friend groups that I've lived with that are like, it's normal to like wrestle around, and like, so my thing I've realized from this is like, people are really desperate for touch. A lot of people are. You can starve from touch. It's something that people need, like, um, it's something that people need like water almost. Really, people will wilt without it. And some people just aren't getting it. Some people are too dependent on one person for it. Um, Two, I'm gonna go for the Basilica. And so it's like, on one hand, I used to be like, oh man, I'm gonna move to South America or some shit, or like, like, oh, why is U.S. culture so low touch compared to these other cultures? Well, we can change it, so let people know about it. And also just be touchier. People, I mean, we get into like, I'm not going to get so much into the strategy of like how to touch in a way that doesn't freak people out, but for the most part, people just want more, you can realize, and period. So, um, that's something to keep in mind. Be the leader. Be the leader. Handshake. My handshake is a 2-hand clasp. I like that. Or just a hug. U.S. hug is weird. It's like, I don't know, like, it's like you put your head goes to the left. Is so weird. I'll try to go head to the right sometimes, and it's like collision course. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if anyone noticed that. What are your thoughts on that? Touch culture or not? Where you at? What are your thoughts? Do you get enough touch? Do you not like to be touched? Have you lived in somewhere else where it's totally different? What's your thought on it? Is this super important? How do you be more inviting with touch in your social interactions? Please add to the conversation. Okay, so this game, We have Phyrexian Unlife, which means we don't lose for having 0 or less life, which is pretty cool. It also, yeah, and then we're going to play Ad Nauseam, which is going to let us draw our entire deck. And then we can exile 4 Simian Spirit Guides to play Manamorphose and play Death Shadow and fling it at the opponent. So we are about to win on this turn. Thank you for adding to the conversation ad nauseum. We need to not deck ourselves is the one thing. Decking is running out of cards. I want the opponent to hit the F6, otherwise they might have to, we're going to have to continue to wait. Repeat the process. Yeah, I'm going to spam yes until we have I guess we don't need to go through all the cards. We need to go until we have 3 Simian Spirit Guides. Minimum 3. Death Shadow. Do we have our Spirit Guides? 1, 2, 3. Sure, okay. We only need 3. Simian. Shout out to Harambe Spirit Guide looking down. God bless you. God bless you. The Haram Father. Black, black. Black, black. Death Shadow. Eat your face. Right of consumption. I'll play this deck more if you want to see it. Competitive. We'll get some competitive matchups. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about how to build sweet decks, make sure to check out the workshop, check out the ebook. Some of you have had success with the tournament course. That's all on the website. If you want to know more about social interactions and touch that I'm studying, emotions, emotional control, emotional contagion, then check out my other channel, youtube.com/TravisWoo, because we're having a bunch of really good, fun discussions there. Hope you have an amazing day. Take care. Smooches. See you soon.